So here I'm taking three routers. We'll configure RIP version 2, RIP protocol, and here our LAN network, and we have a multiple users at so here we don't have ports, then move to the physical connectivity and select first switch on off the router with physically here. I'm showing. So what is the issue? Whenever I'm trying to connect the ports, see here, it is not, the cable cannot be connected to that port. Means this router having only two ports. So just turn it off with here, turn it off and take it as a port, this TX. This module is not suitable.
NM4AS.
NM
4AS.
Okay, this is not taking. Okay, we'll remove this routers. We'll take different ones. Fine. Advanced routers will take. And three interfaces we have here. When it is, we are working that. Same thing what you mentioned. NIM ES24. It's working. You can take this and power on it. Through power on it here. From here, power off and power on. Routers having the less ports. So guys, you can understood what is the reason we need a switches. Routers having less ports. So here we will take as a network. I'll give the same task today. Otherwise, we'll different task. 10.0/24 for this network. So here I'll configure this is a gateway of this LAN. This is a gateway, and for here we'll take the gateway 192.168.20.1. This is a gateway of this LAN. We have three different LANs, and this is the gateway for this LAN 30.1/24. So here it's a WAN IP addresses in branch to branch connectivity. You can assume 1.1.1.1/24, and for here 1.1.1.2/24, and here 12.1.1.1 and /24, and we'll configure 12.1.1.2/24, and this is IP addresses ranges we have taken, and we'll configure the interfaces on LAN. Then we'll check the. I have not configured it till yet here. I hope everyone know how to configure it. Before that, we'll configure the RIP. We'll enable the RIP protocol now. Topology part, everyone understood? Guys, in topology, if you have any questions in this topology, which I am taking here. Config terminal. Now move to the VR global configuration now. Now select the interface configuration. First, we'll configure LAN interface. Interface, fast Ethernet. How we'll configure the LAN interface? Just check here, sorry, gigabit. Gigabit 192.168. We'll select the interface first. 0 by 0 by 1. Just select it and give the IP address. IP address 192.168.10.1 and subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Hit enter. No shutdown command. Exit from here. The LAN interface I have configured with IP address. For this IP address is this entire PCs. This is the gateway of these PCs. And interface gigabit 11.1.1. Sorry. Interface 0 by 0 by 0. IP address is 11.1.1.1 and subnet mask 255.255.255.0 and use no shutdown command. Exit. How to verify what we configured? Show IP interface brief. Show IP interface brief command. With this command, we'll verify what we configured the interfaces. Check here. 11, and this is a default gateway for this, and this is the interface for this. But you can check here, the protocol is down because this interface is down. But we configured as a manually, we did no shutdown for this. So it is showing up, status is up, but protocol is down. The neighbor is down. The segment is down. In between, whichever we call it as a, it is a segment. If the segment is down, we should have to check with the help of this command. In real time, it's a troubleshooting command. Just keep in mind. Keep it in mind. No. Enable. Then go to the configuration terminal and interface fast it. Sorry. Gigabit 0 by 1 by 0. LAN interface and IP address is interface gigabit 1 by why it is not taking hardware license? So on this interface is not working here. Whenever I'm trying to configure it, you can check verified interface gigabit. By default, it is up also. How? Not taking. So a waste of time. CLG cover MNT. This module is not suitable. We'll remove this path and we'll remove this also. Turn it on. Straight cable. Here straight cable is not there. That is the reason. Because straight cable where we'll use in between two different devices. Straight cable we'll use in two different devices. So what we will do, we'll remove this one and we'll connect in between crossover cable. Okay. So we'll later on. What to do? Okay, now time being fill remove this up to here. We'll verify up to these things only. I'll check later. In between two branches only, we'll verify. No, why we need to waste our time? Config terminal. I'll check what is the issue. Interface, gigabit, and 0 by 0 by 0. And no shutdown use first and give the IP address. IP address 11.1.1.1. Sorry, 255.255.255.0. And we had a no shutdown. And next interface is interface gigabit 0 by 0 by 1 and IP address is 112.1.1.1 and 255.255.255.0 and no shutdown, and thus that was only configuration part. And verified show IP interface brief. Now you can verify it. Earlier it is down. Now you can from this router you can verify it. Earlier it is down. Now changes status is up. Now you can verify. Show interface brief. Yes, it is up. Earlier down because this interface is down. But this interface is here showing down because the line protocol is the whichever the segment is there, line protocol is down. Once we enable here no shutdown, then it will be moved to the up. No enable config t interface gigabit 0 by 0 by 0 and no shutdown. Can check now that is came up. IP address 12.1.1.2 255.255.255.0 and no shutdown we have used, and exit from here. And LAN interface gigabit 0 by 0 by 1 and IP address is 192.168.30.1 255.255.255.0. No shutdown and exit from here. Show IP interface brief. This is just connectivity I did, but routing protocol I haven't enabled it till it. If you can verify from here, ping 192.168.10. From this LAN to this LAN, I am trying to ping this LAN to this LAN. No, it is not able to ping because in between routing table is not there. How will check the routing information? How will check the routing information? Show IP route. With this command, will check the entire routing information. So you can verify here. We have it directly connected. L means local and C means connected. Directly connected only prefixes is available here. So 12 dot directly connected and 192.168 30 dots here 30.0. It's directly connected. This is LAN and WAN interface. Those only here showing that. How will check routing table with this command. So here will enable the RIP protocol version 2. Check here how to enable routing protocols with this command config t router. Then give the question mark BGP, EAGRP, OSPF, RIP, whichever the packet tracer will support these four protocols. You can enable these four protocols in packet tracer. We are trying to enable the RIP. Just give the RIP and question mark, that much only. And give the question mark. Here you can check, you can change the version with this command. Version. Here 1 and 2. By default version is 1. By default version 1 is there. How will check? Show IP protocol. Which protocol is are working? So RIP 1 is not working, I think so. We'll config T router RIP version 2. And first we'll advertise the prefixes. How will advertise the prefixes? I have used here version 2 and will advertise the prefixes. So with network command 11.1.1.0 and that much only. No need to give subnet mask here. Enter and one more prefix network 192.168.10.0. This is a LAN prefix I am advertising here. No, this is a WAN prefix I have advertised. Now you can check here. Show IP protocols. See, send updates every 30 seconds and invalid updates are 180 seconds and hold on 180 seconds, flash after 120 seconds. It means it will be wait every 30 seconds, the update will be sent. The update is not received. Again, it will be sent 4-5 times. It means up to 180 seconds. It will send the packets. If that is not received, the flash time it will be moved to the flash time. Again, it will be 60 seconds. In flash time also it will not send. Then remove the entire routing W. How? When if we have multiple path. This is a first path and this is a second path and can assume this is a third path. This router will store first, second and third. This path is goes down up to 180 second it will be wait. The packet, the neighbor if it is come up, then it will be sent through this one. Otherwise, it will be moved to the flash time. Up to again 60 second. 180 plus 60, 240. It will be wait again 60 second. Otherwise, it will be sent through another path. It will be select different path. That what does that mean? But any changes occurred here every 30 seconds, it will be sent the packets. Fine. This is the timers, and we'll discuss these things once we configure the RIP protocol. Once we configure the RIP protocol, but we'll check whichever protocols are working in our routing in protocols are working in our organization. We'll check with this command. So IP route protocols. Now configure here. Config the router RIP version 2 and network 11.1.1.0 and 255.255.255.0. No need to give the subnet mask, sorry. And one more network 12.1.1.0. Now you can check, you'll get the one message, pop-up message. Wait, the neighborship will send one message. Neighborship established in between. Router RIP version 2 network 12.1.1.0 and network 192.168.30.0. This is way we should how to configure or how we'll check. Show running configuration. What I did configuration? Just this is a configuration of RIP protocol. I have configured router RIP version 2 and network commands. The neighborship is established with routing table. If you want to check the routing table, show IP route RIP with this command will verify the RIP information. Before that, show IP route. It's a global routing table. R means R referred to as here RIP protocol. Here you can verify it RIP. So which prefixes I am getting here? One is my LAN network and another one is neighbor LAN network. So here you can verify with this command. So sorry, any question? I'm checking here. I'm getting the two neighbor informations. This one and this one. So you can verify with this command. Show IP route. Now try to ping, assign the IP addresses now end users. Just assign the IP addresses. Guys, if you are not understanding, ask me the questions. If you know, that is the reason I'm moving fast. For this PC, I'm giving as the IP address 10.10. 10.10. This is the 10.20 and this is the 10.30, and here we will configure 30.10, 30.20, 30.30. Just give the IP addresses to entire PCs. 10, I here the gateway. I hope everyone knows how to give the IP, how to assign the end users to IP addresses, host to IP addresses. And for this PC, 10.20, and for this PC, IP address is 10.30 and subnet mask after then default gateway is 192.168.10.1. And for this PC, desktop IP 30.10, 30.20, close it and here configure it. .30 gateway is this one, 30.1. Now got it, guys. Now try to ping from this user to this user. One 192.168 10 dot, sorry, 30.10. Yes, we can able to ping. First, the packet is dropped because of ARP, MAC address of learning. And I have tried to ping 30.20 from this PC to PC1 to PC, this PC, different branch. It is not pinging. The reason, 2168 IP address is fine. Now move to here. Now check, verify it. How will troubleshoot? Likewise, here I have given the gateway problem. Some gateway issue. That is the reason it is not pinging. Now config. Now change the configuration. Now try to ping. Earlier because of gateway, the mistake is there. That is the reason. Try to ping from here also. Now two-way communication we required. Then we'll verify the entire thing, RIP thing. Or what will happen? We'll ping from here to here. Ping 192.168.10.30. A two-way communication is required. So that is the reason I'm trying to ping. So quick verification. Now we can able to ping from this location to this location. They are perfectly working fine. So here we'll check the verification of show IP protocol, which protocols are working in this. So every 30 seconds it will be sent up to 180 seconds. The packet goes down. Here output filter updates interfaces, and which protocol is working here? RIP, and that is version 2. And interfaces sent and triggered update, RIP chain, and which interfaces? Gig 0 by 0 by 0 and gig 0 by 0 by 1. These interfaces are using, and up to maximum 4 paths are available. Which networks we advertised here? Two networks, 11 dot network, and here you can check 192.168.10.0 network. Two networks we advertised, and AD value, distance value is 120. Guys, understood? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So show running configuration, what we configured here. Just verify. Likewise, I have configured this much only. I'm giving you chat box. You can check it. Show IP route RIP. With this command, we'll check the routing table of RIP. Routing table of RIP. RIP table, we can verify it here. See, this is own prefix, and this one is the neighbor prefix. 12 dot via where we are learning from this interface. 11.1.1.2, this interface for this router. Presently we are in this router, through which interface we are learning through this interface. Presently we are in this router, and through we are learning this prefix through this interface. Not even though this prefix, entire routing will learn through this interface only, because next hop IP address, it is a next hop IP address. Through we are learning how will very through we, if we are not getting, so it's how to check a routing table. Show IP route. As I mentioned earlier, router will elect the routing table based on the best hop. If I am configure directly in between, directly through this interface to this interface, so here between no hops are there. So in between no hops are there. So it will be move likewise only directly in between. We'll verify it. I'll check and I'll verify it. What is the issue? Switch routers. But it will be check routing table which based on the hop count. And with this command, we can check the database, RIP database table. Check here, auto summary. Means in routing table, how it is learning, but how I am advertising here. So it is showing likewise only. 11.1.1.1. Here I have advertised likewise prefix, but here auto summary is enabled. So it is showing likewise. So if you don't want, config terminal. Auto summary means it will be summarize the information. It will be show the whichever prefixes. Actually, tell me guys, 11.1.1.1, it is a which prefix actually? Which class prefix this one? Which class
like
prefix?
classful or classless, which were like, what is the question?
Class A, class B, class C.
Okay. Class
Actually,
C, I guess class C.
then tell me this one.
That is class C, sir. Because the subnet mask is 255.255.255.
Class A range start from
255.0.0.0.
class B range, class C range.
255.255.0.0.
Wait, Akil, someone is giving a
Class A is 1.0.0.0 to 126.0.0, and Class B is 128.0.0 to 191.255.0.0. Class C is 192.0.0 to 255.255.255.
Okay, range. Okay, sorry.
ranges I am asking. So this is under class A. So I have advertised like /24. Actually, some guys are missing the subnetting classes, IP addressing classes. Just go through that IP addressing classes. So /24 here. I advertise this prefix as in class C, even though this class C, A prefix. So that is what here showing. Auto summary is enabled in RIP protocols. We have to enable entire routings, then only it will be work. So what does it mean? In RIP, auto summary is enabled. So once we'll disable, it will work properly. So it will be moved to the our neighborship also. Now no need to we don't want to change those things. Let's finish that. So here the database table we can check it with this command. So we have a prefix 192.168.1, the same prefix, and we have a 192.168.30 dot this prefix. LAN prefixes we are having. They're not working. Apart from that, any questions? Guys, if you have any questions, we'll discuss. Otherwise, we'll bind up the session. I hope everyone understood how to enable the RIP. Just which command? Show running and variation. Just enable with this command. And once, if you know, if you understood this topic, I'll show you the default routing. Guys, have you understood the topic? How to enable things?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Now, how to remove the RIP protocol? Just move to config, terminal, router, RIP. Before that, use no command. Entire thing will be down. Show IP protocols. Yes, gone. Here also, config, terminal, and router, RIP. Just move before that. No. And here, enable config, router, RIP, and sorry. So gone, show IP protocols. Now try to ping from here. So destination host is unreachable. Now check the routing table, show IP route. Nothing is there. Now how to configure the default routing? After default routing, we'll check the static routing. Okay. Just config terminal and IP route and which prefixes. So default routing part 0.0.0.0. We don't know this destination IP address now. You can assume we don't know destination IP address. So just configure here. Just configure here 0.0.0.0 and subnet mask. Destination prefix. And that is also subnet mask 0.0.0. And likewise, after then move to the which exit interface or next hop IP address. These are this. We'll refer always refer the next hop IP address. 11.1.1.2. Anything else? If you can change the metric, you can change distance, administrative distance. It will be based on the metric. You can, if you want to change, it change. By default, the metric is 1 only. Can change from up to here. Based on the metric, based on the administrative distance, it will be elect the best path. Now, no need. And configure, same thing here also. IP route. Zero dot zero dot zero dot zero and 0.0.0.0. Next hop IP address is 12.1.1.2. 12.1.1.2. And this is from sending the packet. It will be received. Whenever they are giving the reply, that time we should have to configure. Transferring packet is a tree transferring and this is a receiving. Both should we have to configure. Whenever the packet is sending, that packet will be received that acknowledgement. So two-way communication happen. So you should have to configure here. Second part, that is IP route 0.0.0.0 and 0.0.0.0 for giving the reply. That next hop IP address is 11.1.1.1. 11.1.1.1. Understood what I did? Why I configured 2? Here only 1. Because giving the reply. Packet is giving the reply. So config terminal IP route 0.0.0.0 and 0.0.0.0. Next hop IP address is 12.1.1.1 for this interface. Now check with show IP route with this command. See what I configured. This thing only. Statically I configured. Candidate default. It is showing default. It's a default. Statically I have configured default routing. Got it? Now try to ping it. Ping 192.168.30.20. Earlier we haven't ping. Now try to it. Now we can able to ping. Even though we don't know the destination, we can able to ping. That is default routing. The simple way communication, simple, only one line command. In real time also. We configure if we know the our next hop IP address, that is sufficient. For this interface, for this next hop will forward the packet. Here you can check IP routing table. Show IP route to pass here, yeah, from giving the reply and response. I hope got it. Otherwise, we'll discuss.
Yes, sir.
If you have any questions, ask me. If you want, I'll show you the static routing also. Otherwise, I'll give you the that one is like task homework. If you are ready, Earlier we did the static routing. Guys, if you want, I'll give you the task. Otherwise, I'll show you some intro, a brief about that. Then I'll give the task for that. Everyone know that or not?
Like static routing configuration, sir.
Is static configuration.
Like is it similar to like HPI, what you are told in?
Earlier we discussed, right?
Okay.
In last class. When in FHRP, when we discussed
Yeah.
FHRP, that day I have explained. Okay. Someone is saying no. So go through the static routing. I'll prepare one lab. I'll give you that lab. And I'll give you, like, I'll try to make it lab for this also interfaces. I should have to check why it is not taking interfaces. Some specific routers only will take. I'll check that thing also.